Live OT, Trey Wingo here with Teddy Bruschi, Dan Graziano, and the Commander-in-Chief, Bill Polian, is here as well. Look, I think come to a consensus that the Patriots had a really good offseason. There's no way around that. I know, by the way, they're defending Super Bowl champs. But are there other teams that you think out there have the mantle of winning the offseason that did pretty well that we're not talking about?
Sure, not total volume of numbers, but I'll focus on the offensive side of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Jameis Winston, who struggled in the middle of the field this year, who got O.J. Howard out of the draft, addressed that issue, and also deep down the field with Deshaun Jackson. So you got a big one in Mike Evans, you got one can stretch the field, and Deshaun Jackson, middle of the field, the tight end. Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking up.
Agreed. I think that's a good pick. Mine is the Philadelphia Eagles. They added Alshon Jeffrey to the receiving corps. Torrey Smith to the receiving corps gives him a downfield speed option they didn't have before. And LeGarrette Blount in the running game.
Absolutely.
16 touchdowns last year for New England, converting 3rd and 1s. That's a big weapon. And on defense, Chris Long and Patrick Robinson. And then the young man they drafted from the University of Washington in the secondary,
Sidney Jones.
Sidney Jones is going to be a big addition, too, once he gets over an injury. So
Achilles,
a good year for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, they picked up a potential top 7 pick with that in the second round because of the injury. What about you?
I went with the team most likely to double its win total from last year, and that's the Cleveland Browns, who only have to get to 2 wins in order to claim they did that. But in all seriousness, I like what they did on the offensive line, adding Kevin Zeitler, kind of beefing up there. They got 3 dynamic playmakers in the first round of the draft, 2 on the defensive side of the ball, bringing in Greg Williams to kind of maybe change the culture on the defensive side of the ball. I think that's a team that is heading in the right direction, even though it has a long way to go. And yes, of course, they still need to figure out who the quarterback is, but I would submit to you that they're no worse off at that position than they were last year, and they got better in other areas.
Optimist.
Right. That is, look, anybody could need some optimism, it's Cleveland.